we are coming to the end of the NCAA tournament, and another story is grabbing headlines. Tiger Woods, once again, has had a DUI crash going at high speeds. Tiger Woods has to be one of the most disappointing stories in all of sports. It just isn't it? Isn't it? I know there was a scandal in the '90s with Michael Jordan, and everyone was saying that his retirement was actually because of gambling, and he was just on an enforced probation, but not known to the public to kind of protect his image and stuff. Now, I don't really know how much credence I can give those thoughts while he was in baseball and all that kinds of stuff, but there was a gambling scandal with him for sure, and that was a problem. But he kind of overcame that when he came back. Now, I understand that he unretired again and went to the Wizards, and that wasn't as great, but it wasn't as great because he wasn't as great at that time. Tiger Woods has had every opportunity to fix his image with the cheating on his wife and with the car driving accident, with the car accidents and stuff, the drugs and the drinking. I don't think there's coming back from this. I think he's done. And it really is quite a shame that the amount of success he had in the 90s is just going to be overshadowed by all of this. Because he's still trying to be in the mainstream for a lot of the golfing stuff. But you wrecked your life, man. You don't drive drunk. Don't drive drunk. And what someone made a really good point about this. Why don't you have a driver? Why don't you have a driver? I think you should be mandated to have a driver at this point with the amount of DUIs that you've had, Mr. Woods. But it's so disappointing. It really, really stinks. But we'll see what happens with that case. And then on to other news. I know the Parker Kingston stories are continuing to have some updates and stuff, and I'm working on some details about that so I can get an adequate update for that video. But more court cases just around the corner for the Parker Kingston situation, and I just want to talk about that for just a moment. That was one of the most engaged videos I've ever posted. In fact, it is the most viewed and liked and commented on video that I've ever posted. And I took a lot of those comments really seriously, and I want to make sure that the next video that I make on the topic is up to par. And thank you for those that have contributed. In order for me to continue to grow this channel and to get to monetization, please share your thoughts on my thoughts, and please share things that you think that I'm missing. Please like, comment, and then if you think that my thoughts are valuable, share it. Share it on your social media. I'd love to get this channel to monetization. We're under 100 right now. But if we can get this channel up to monetization, then I can start thinking about better editing and better framing and all those kinds of stuff. I might be able to do other kinds of things that I've been wanting to put into the works. But I don't have the budget to be able to do anything other than just sit and stare at the camera for the time being. So like and share your thoughts on my takes. What am I missing? What do you like that I'm sharing? Did I point out something to you that you were missing? Anyways, there's the plug for the channel. Like, comment, and if you like my thoughts, share them. So, on to the NCAA tournament. Who didn't have Duke? Who didn't pick Duke in that game? Upsetting. Great comeback for great comeback for UConn. Great comeback for UConn. If you want to comment about how I can't speak, feel free to roast me in the comments. That could be something that you can comment about. But UConn, good on you for overcoming this. Duke, what happened? I mean, didn't this happen last year too? Didn't this happen last year? You had a very last minute, just complete collapse. Didn't this happen in the Elite Eight too? Oh my goodness. What is with this program? If I'm wrong that it was Duke, but man, something is wrong with this program. They were projected to win it last year from what I remember. And if I'm wrong, roast me in the comments. But 2 years in a row, You're projected to get to the Final Four, the championship game even. I had you going to the championship game, and you fall flat. You were double digits ahead with less than 10 minutes to go. And less than 5 minutes to go, I'm pretty sure. And you completely and totally collapse. Completely and totally collapse. The memes, this should be memed. This situation should be memed. Now, is UConn going to get much farther? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. The Final Four coming up later this week, and then the championship game on Monday. But for my work, we had a group for brackets and stuff, and I was all the way in it, right up until not this last UConn game, but the previous UConn game. So it was actually Iowa State. I had Iowa State winning their matchup, and they ended up losing to freaking Tennessee. But there we are, and so I'm now out of the running for that one. The best I can do is 4th place, and then you guys might get a kick out of this. The person who's currently in 1st place picked their teams by vibes and colors. So only a little bit boiling right there. But yeah, everyone's groups are down to like 1 or 2 people at this point, and it really should be at this point in the game. You got 3 games left. You had a really interesting season if you have more than 2 or 3 people in your group competing for this. But yeah, let's go for the rest of the NCAA tournament. It's been a wild March Madness. I know I was disappointed with the first round. And lots of other people have faced massive upsets as well. But let's see how the rest of the tournament goes. And this has been Newbie Sports.